this is Sabina at Cross Keys Crafts. It's the 11th of December and also the 3rd of Advent, and I'm going to have a look which die I have got in my box for today. If you haven't watched the beginning of my series, I made my own crafty advent calendar. I put dies I have never used, I've only used once, into this box, and I decided to create a card every day and use these dies at last. So for today, I have got this little die. I remember buying this again from China, AliExpress, in one of those moments where I just flicked through and I thought, yeah, I could do with something like this, not realizing how small this actually is. So this is a cupcake, and it's got fruit to go with it, little banners for the top, candles, and I'm not even sure, I think these are sprinkles and like little dots you can put onto the cupcake. And yeah, it's so small that I have never used it, but today is the day and I'm going to use this. I'll have a think of what I'm going to create. I will also do my fingernails today because they're due. So I'll see you back with either the middle of the process or with a finished card, and I'll see you later. Okay, I'm popping in with one little tip. Quite often when you die cut pieces, you've got these little dots that hold the paper in the die until you take them out. I don't know if you can see that, but if you know die cutting, you know what I mean. And a quick way of getting rid of these is just use your bone folder and you go very lightly over these, and then they almost disappear, and that's worth doing. I don't know if you can see the difference on the camera, whether it captures that, but that is very useful to know, and it looks so much neater afterwards. I have to really work close up today because these bits are so small. I wanted to place the candle behind my different layers, but because it's so delicate, I didn't want to stack this one up. I just want this one flat on the card, and I didn't want the other bits to sit on top because I thought this would look awkward. So I just cut a notch into that piece, put some sellotape, some clear tape behind it, and just stuck it down like this. Obviously I could also put it straight onto the card, but I actually want to maneuver the whole bit. So now this is level with that bottom piece, and then I can stick the other piece on top, and it looks really neat. I didn't want to cut the candle because I didn't want that to be a separate piece, and yeah, I think this looks better if you do it this way. Now this card came together so quickly that I couldn't resist finishing it before I did my fingernails. So all I did was, as I said, I stacked these bits together, 3 on top of each other. If you, when you do that, when you stack cardboard pieces, just press down from the sides so you all align them properly, and that makes it really easy to do them neatly. I wanted to do a clean and simple card, and I thought I wanted to frame these, so I decided to use this frame, which I hadn't used before. In my head it actually created a frame, but obviously it didn't. It created this square, but I think this is really nice to give it some sort of frame. But then I'm not a super clean and simple card person, so I used this cardstock that I had prepared last year, and you saw that 2 days ago with my rabbit card, so I thought I might just as well use this. It's got a bit of holly on it, but it's not necessarily a Christmassy background. And yeah, I just die cut sentiment. I glued this down with my 2-way glue, which I find is really the neatest to do this with. And this one I stuck down with my collal glue. And yeah, that's my card finished. I'm quite pleased with it. I think it's nice as it is, although it's a really tiny die. I'm not sure how often I'm going to use it. I did not bother about the sprinkles. That's not for me. I'm not this kind of crafting person that would use these and stick them onto the cupcake there. So the cherry, maybe, I do like cherries, so I might make another card with this, but it won't be a dye that I use a lot, which is also another little tip for me. Before you purchase anything, really think about how often you're going to use this. Yes, this was cheap from China, but in the end, it's almost a dead dye in my cupboard, and yeah, I have, since I bought this, cut down massively on the stuff I do buy, because yeah, I don't use as much as I thought I would. Okay, if you like this kind of video, you might want to subscribe to my channel to see more of what I create. And if you would like to give me a like, I'd be very happy about that. And I'll see you tomorrow for the next video.